Stop scrolling and listen to today's Arcturian Council message. Starseed Alert, Arcturian Guide Don't Look Away Now. This is not curiosity pulling you here. It is activation, and if you feel unsettled already, that is because your old timeline is cracking. This transmission opens with a jolt because gentle nudges have failed. The Arcturian Council states clearly, humanity has entered a compression point where dormant starseeds either awaken or experience intense internal collapse. You were never meant to blend in, and the exhaustion you've been feeling is not weakness, it's resistance dissolving. Many of you were trained to doubt your intuition, to silence the knowing that has been screaming inside your chests since childhood. But now, the veil is thin, and the frequency hitting your nervous system is undeniable. Relationships may feel unstable, sleep patterns disrupted, and old identities feel false. This is not punishment. This is recalibration. The Council says the shock you feel is your soul recognizing its real name for the first time in this lifetime. You are not behind. You are exactly where the signal can finally reach you without distortion. Type "I remember" in the comments to claim this message. Here is the part that may unsettle you. Not everyone reading this was meant to. This message carries a harmonic code that only activates in those with Arcturian-linked light bodies. If your eyes are locked to these words and you feel a pressure at your forehead or chest, that is your higher sensory field coming online. The Council reveals that many starseeds have been deliberately distracted through overstimulation, survival stress, and emotional loops designed to keep them busy but unfulfilled. You may have felt like you were running in place while time accelerated around you. That sensation was accurate. You were being held in reserve. Now reserve status is over. The mission no longer waits for perfect conditions. The conditions are collapsing so you can no longer delay. This realization may feel overwhelming, but clarity always arrives before empowerment. Type "I am ready to align with this activation." The Arcturian Council warns that the next phase will feel louder, not calmer. Many spiritual teachings promise peace as a sign of awakening, but the truth is awakening often begins as disruption. You may lose interest in things you once chased desperately. Career paths, friendships, even belief systems may suddenly feel hollow. This is not regression, it is precision. Your soul is stripping away excess weight before movement. The Council emphasizes that confusion is temporary, but avoidance will amplify discomfort. Pay attention to recurring numbers, sudden memories, and emotions that surface without context. These are fragments returning to you. Your higher self is reclaiming territory that was abandoned for safety. The world may label this phase as burnout or crisis, but it is actually initiation. Type "I accept the initiation" to anchor this phase. Understand this clearly. You are not broken, and you never were. The Arcturian message exposes a long-standing distortion placed on starseeds, the belief that sensitivity equals fragility. In truth, your sensitivity is advanced perception. You feel more because you process more dimensions simultaneously. That is why crowds drain you, false conversations irritate you, and shallow goals leave you empty. You were not designed for surface-level existence. The Council states that many starseeds internalize shame for not fitting into systems never meant to support multidimensional beings. Release that shame now. The discomfort you feel is not failure. It is incompatibility with a collapsing structure. You are being called to stand without apology. Type "I release the shame" to seal this realization. Here is the shocking truth most are not ready to hear. If you ignore this call now, the pressure will not fade, it will intensify. The Arcturian Council does not threaten, it informs, energy seeks expression. Suppressed purpose turns inward and manifests as anxiety, numbness, or chronic dissatisfaction. This is why so many starseeds feel like they are wasting potential but cannot explain why. Your soul is done whispering. This is the moment where procrastination feels painful instead of comfortable. That pain is not an enemy, it is a guidepost. You are being moved, whether consciously or through disruption. Choosing awareness allows grace, resisting invites chaos. The choice is yours, but neutrality is no longer available. Type I choose awareness to consciously step forward. The Council now speaks about timing, and this is critical. You did not awaken earlier because the environment was not stable enough to support your frequency. You did not awaken later because the mission requires your specific resonance now. Many starseeds compare their journey to others and feel delayed. That comparison is artificial. Each activation follows a precise, energetic schedule. Your experiences, trauma, detours, pauses were not mistakes, they were calibration tools. You learned empathy, restraint, and discernment in dense environments so you could carry higher frequencies without bypassing humanity. This balance is rare and necessary. Trust that nothing was wasted. Everything was preparation. Type I trust the timing to align with your path. You may be wondering what comes next, and the answer may surprise you. The Arcturian Council says the next step is not dramatic action, but radical honesty. You are being asked to stop lying to yourself about what drains you and what feeds you. Small daily misalignments compound into soul exhaustion. Begin with subtle shifts, boundaries, truth in communication, honoring your body's signals. These are not mundane tasks, they are frequency stabilizers. Your light does not need force, it needs coherence. When your inner and outer choices match, your field strengthens naturally. This is how dormant abilities activate safely. Type I choose alignment to reinforce this stage. A warning is given here, and it must be heard calmly. As your frequency rises, not everyone will be able to stay close to you. This is not a failure of love, it is a function of resonance. Some connections will fall away quietly, others abruptly. Grieve without guilt. You are not abandoning anyone by evolving. The Council emphasizes that holding yourself back to preserve comfort is a form of self-betrayal. True service does not require self-erasure. Those meant to walk with you will adjust or arrive. Trust the intelligence of energetic sorting. Type I allow separation to move through this with grace. The Arcturian message now turns inward. Pay attention to your inner dialogue over the next days. Thoughts that feel heavy, repetitive, or self-diminishing are not your truth, they are residual programming losing power. Do not fight them, observe them dissolve. You are learning to witness without identification. This skill is foundational for multidimensional awareness. The more neutral your observation, the faster distortions collapse. You are not here to fix yourself. You are here to remember yourself. That distinction changes everything. Type I observe, not identify, to strengthen this awareness. This segment closes with reassurance because intensity must be balanced with grounding. You are safe, you are guided, and you are not late. The Arcturian Council reminds you that awakening is not about becoming someone new, but releasing what you never were. Rest when needed. Hydrate. Spend time in silence. Integration is as important as activation. More will unfold as your system stabilizes. You will know when to move because it will feel clear, not forced. This is only the beginning of remembrance. Type I am anchored to complete this phase of the transmission. As this transmission deepens, The Arcturian Council directs your awareness to the body, because your physical form is not separate from your awakening, it is the interface. Many starseeds feel frustrated with fatigue, pressure in the head, ringing in the ears, or waves of emotion that arrive without logical cause. You were taught to see these as problems, but they are signals of expansion. Your nervous system is learning to hold more current than it has in past cycles. This adjustment period can feel uncomfortable because your body has been conditioned for survival, not coherence. The Council asks you to slow down and listen instead of forcing productivity. When you override your body, you delay integration. When you honor it, alignment accelerates. You are not meant to escape the body. You are meant to inhabit it fully. Type I honor my body to stabilize this upgrade. The message now addresses the feeling of loneliness that many awakened beings carry silently. Even when surrounded by others, you may feel unseen, unheard, or fundamentally different. This is not because you are unlovable. It is because your perception extends beyond the surface layers where most interactions occur. The Arcturian Council confirms that many starseeds incarnated into families and cultures that could not mirror their depth. This absence of recognition trained you to self-abandon for connection. That pattern ends now. You are learning to generate belonging from within rather than seeking it externally. When you stop shrinking, resonance will replace loneliness. Those who can meet you will appear naturally. Type I belong to myself to reclaim this truth. There is a crucial revelation here. Your doubt has never been proof of inadequacy. It has been a safety mechanism. Highly perceptive beings question themselves deeply because they see multiple outcomes simultaneously. The Council explains that certainty is not required for movement, presence is. Waiting to feel completely confident before acting is a delay tactic learned in environments where mistakes were punished. Your soul operates differently. It learns through motion, adjustment, and feedback. You are allowed to begin imperfectly. You are allowed to change direction. Perceived false starts were actually data-gathering missions. Release the need to get it right the first time. Type I allow movement to dissolve hesitation. Attention is now brought to your emotional landscape. Many starseeds suppress anger, grief, or frustration because they associate spirituality with constant calm. This misunderstanding has caused immense internal pressure. The Arcturian Council states clearly, emotion is not low vibration when it is honest. Suppressed emotion stagnates energy. Expressed emotion liberates it. You are not meant to bypass human feeling. You are meant to transmute it through awareness. Let emotions move without judgment. Tears, anger, and exhaustion are not failures. They are releases. When you stop resisting your humanity, your light stabilizes instead of flickering. Type I allow emotion to restore flow. This section brings a firm reminder. Discernment is essential now. As your awareness expands, you may feel pulled toward countless teachings, messages, and external authorities. The Council cautions against outsourcing your inner knowing. Guidance should resonate, not override. If something induces fear, dependency, or diminishment, it is not aligned regardless of how beautiful the words sound. You are developing energetic literacy, learning to feel truth rather than adopt it. This skill protects your sovereignty. Trust what expands your breath and quiets your mind. Type I trust my discernment to reinforce inner authority. The Arcturian Council now speaks of service, and this may challenge previous assumptions. Service does not always look like sacrifice, struggle, or constant giving. True service is coherence, being so aligned that your presence stabilizes others without effort. When you live truthfully, you emit permission. When you rest, You model balance. You do not need to rescue or convince anyone. Overextension weakens your field and distorts your impact. Your task is not to save the world. It is to anchor frequency where you stand. Type I serve through alignment to recalibrate your role. Here, the message turns toward time itself. Many starseeds feel urgency, as if something is running out. The Council clarifies that this urgency is not panic, it is convergence. Timelines are compressing, making choice more immediate and consequences clearer. What once took years to manifest now unfolds rapidly. This acceleration rewards clarity and exposes avoidance. Be mindful of where you place attention, because attention is fuel. Small, consistent choices now carry exponential weight. You are learning to navigate nonlinear time consciously. Type I choose consciously to work with this acceleration. A gentle but firm reassurance follows. Rest is not abandonment of purpose. Many awakened beings feel guilty when slowing down, equating rest with laziness. This belief was installed by systems that measured worth through output. The Council reminds you that integration requires stillness. Insight settles in silence. Strength regenerates in pause. If you are tired, rest without justification. You are not falling behind, you are recalibrating. The most powerful transmissions occur when the system is receptive, not strained. Type I allow rest to support integration. The message now addresses fear of visibility. As alignment deepens, you may feel drawn to express, share, or step forward, followed immediately by fear of judgment. This fear is ancestral and personal, linked to past experiences where truth was punished. The Council acknowledges this fear but asks you not to let it decide. Visibility does not require perfection. It requires authenticity. Your voice does not need volume to be effective, it needs sincerity. Begin where you are, with who you are. Type I allow myself to be seen to loosen this constraint. This segment concludes with grounding and clarity. You are not required to understand everything at once. Awakening unfolds in layers, each revealing itself when the nervous system can hold it. Be patient with your process. Celebrate subtle shifts. Notice increased awareness, quicker recovery, deeper honesty. These are signs of embodiment, not stagnation. The Arcturian Council affirms that you are doing well even on days it feels heavy. Presence is progress, integration is success. Type I am present to complete this phase of the transmission. The Arcturian Council now draws attention to the subtle rewiring of your perception, because many starseeds notice that reality itself feels different lately. Colors may seem sharper, sounds louder, silence deeper. You may find yourself pausing mid-task, unsure why you are rushing in the first place. This is not dissociation, it is presence activating. Your awareness is no longer racing ahead or dragging behind, it is learning to rest in the now. This shift can feel disorienting because the mind was trained to live in anticipation or regret. As presence stabilizes, old anxieties lose their grip because they cannot survive without imagined futures or rehearsed pasts. The Council says this is a key milestone when your nervous system begins to trust the moment. Protect this state. Reduce unnecessary noise. Let boredom exist without filling it. Profound insights arise in the spaces you once avoided. Type I choose presence to anchor this recalibration. You are now asked to examine your relationship with control. Many starseeds learn to micromanage life because unpredictability once equaled danger. Control felt like safety. The Arcturian Council gently but firmly states that this strategy has reached its limit. Control restricts flow, and flow is essential for multidimensional navigation. You may notice plans dissolving, timelines shifting, or outcomes defying expectation. This is not sabotage, it is liberation. When you loosen your grip, intelligence larger than the mind can move through you. Surrender does not mean passivity, it means responsiveness. You act when clarity arrives, not when fear demands certainty. Each time you release the urge to force outcomes, your field becomes more coherent. Type I release control to open this channel. The transmission now speaks to self-trust, because without it, no awakening can stabilize. Many starseeds second-guess their insights, waiting for external validation before honoring inner knowing. This habit was formed in environments where intuition was dismissed or punished. The Council affirms that your internal signals are becoming more accurate, not less. Sensations in the body, sudden knowing, emotional resonance, these are valid data streams. You are learning to cross-reference logic with intuition, not replace one with the other. When something feels off, pause. When something feels expansive, note it. Trust is built through repetition, not perfection. Type I trust myself to strengthen this foundation. Attention now shifts to your energy field and the importance of boundaries. Many starseeds confuse compassion with availability, absorbing emotions and responsibilities that are not theirs. The Council clarifies that empathy without boundaries leads to depletion, not service. You are not meant to carry the weight of others' healing journeys. Observe where you feel drained after interactions. This is information, not judgment. Begin choosing where to invest energy intentionally. Saying no is not rejection, it is alignment. Each boundary you set teaches your system that safety no longer requires self-sacrifice. Type I protect my energy to reinforce this practice. The Arcturian Council now addresses manifestation, dismantling common distortions. You were told that positive thinking alone shapes reality, leading many to suppress authentic emotion. True creation arises from coherence, not denial. When thoughts, emotions, and actions align, reality responds naturally. If manifestations feel blocked, look for internal contradiction rather than external resistance. Are you asking for expansion while clinging to familiarity? Are you desiring freedom while fearing responsibility? These tensions resolve through honesty, not force. Manifestation accelerates when you allow truth to surface. Type I choose coherence to realign creative flow. This part of the message speaks directly to identity. You may feel like you are outgrowing labels that once defined your roles, titles, even spiritual identities. This can feel unsettling because identity provided orientation. The Council reassures you that dissolution precedes expansion. You are not losing yourself. You are removing containers that can no longer hold your frequency. Allow yourself to be undefined for a time. In that openness, authenticity emerges without effort. You are learning to exist without constant self-explanation. Type I allow expansion to move through this phase with ease. Now the Council highlights the importance of embodiment through daily life. Awakening is not confined to meditation or reflection. It is expressed in how you eat, speak, move, and rest. Notice where you rush unconsciously or ignore signals of discomfort. Small acts of presence anchor higher frequencies more effectively than grand rituals. Drink water with awareness. Walk without distraction. Listen fully when others speak. These simple practices stabilize your field and reduce overwhelm. Integration happens through repetition, not intensity. Type I embody awareness to ground this teaching. There is a reminder here about forgiveness. and it is not what many expect. Forgiveness is not about excusing harm or forcing reconciliation. It is about releasing the energetic tether that keeps you bound to past pain. Holding resentment consumes attention needed for creation. The Council invites you to forgive not because others deserve it, but because you deserve freedom. This may happen gradually, in layers. Allow it to unfold without pressure. Each release lightens your field. Type I release the past to begin this process. The Arcturian message now turns to curiosity. As certainty dissolves, curiosity becomes your compass. Ask questions without demanding immediate answers. Explore without attachment to outcome. Curiosity keeps the nervous system open and flexible, allowing learning without threat. When you replace judgment with curiosity, resistance softens naturally. This mindset supports exploration across dimensions of thought, emotion, and experience. You are not meant to have all answers, only the willingness to engage. Type I choose curiosity to cultivate this orientation. This segment concludes with stabilization and reassurance. You are integrating at the pace your system can sustain. There is no competition, no hierarchy of awakening. Each step you take in awareness contributes to collective coherence. Trust the subtle shifts, they are building something durable. You are not drifting, you are aligning. Continue listening inward, continue choosing honesty. The path reveals itself through lived presence, not prediction. Type I am aligned to complete this phase of the transmission. The Arcturian Council now brings your awareness to cycles, because many starseeds feel frustrated when old patterns briefly resurface. You may think you have already healed this, yet here it is again, asking for attention. This is not regression. Cycles repeat when a deeper layer is ready to be integrated. Earlier, you may have understood something mentally. Now you are asked to embody it emotionally or physically. Each return arrives with less charge and more clarity. The Council emphasizes that mastery is not the absence of challenge, but a different relationship to it. Notice how quickly you recover now. Notice how awareness arrives sooner. These are signs of progress that the mind often overlooks. Be patient with cyclical unfolding. Type I honor the cycle to move through repetition with grace. This message now addresses the concept of worth, because many starseeds unconsciously tie value to usefulness. If you are not producing, fixing, or helping, you may feel uneasy. This belief did not originate in your soul. It was absorbed from survival-based systems. The Arcturian Council states clearly that your worth is inherent and non-negotiable. Presence itself stabilizes timelines. You do not need to earn your right to exist. When you begin to internalize this truth, rest becomes nourishing instead of guilt-inducing. Joy becomes permissible. Creativity flows without justification. Releasing conditional worth is one of the most profound upgrades you can receive. Type I am inherently worthy to anchor this realization. Attention now turns to communication. As your frequency refines, you may find it harder to engage in superficial conversation or dishonesty. Small talk can feel draining, and speaking half-truths may create physical discomfort. This is alignment, not arrogance. Your system is calibrating to coherence, where words must match energy. You are learning to speak less but mean more. Silence becomes a tool rather than an absence. The Council encourages you to pause before responding, allowing truth to surface rather than habit. When speech arises from presence, it carries impact without force. Type I speak with truth to integrate this shift. The Arcturian Council now speaks about choice under pressure. As timelines accelerate, decisions may feel heavier because their consequences manifest more quickly. This can create hesitation or fear of choosing wrong. The Council reassures you that alignment matters more than perfection. Even choices that lead to discomfort provide clarity. Avoidance, however, stagnates energy. When unsure, choose the option that expands honesty, not comfort. Expansion often feels edgy but clean. Contraction feels familiar but heavy. Learn to sense the difference in your body. This somatic intelligence is becoming one of your most reliable guides. Type I choose expansion to strengthen this capacity. Here, the message turns to grief specifically. Grief for versions of yourself that can no longer exist. As you awaken, old dreams may dissolve, not because they were wrong, but because they were formed from a smaller identity. Allow yourself to mourn what no longer fits. This grief is sacred. It honors the path you walked to arrive here. The Council reminds you that letting go of outdated visions creates space for truer ones to emerge. Do not rush this process. Grief that is acknowledged integrates smoothly. Grief that is denied hardens into resistance. Type I allow grief to move forward without carrying excess weight. The Arcturian Council now emphasizes embodiment through environment. Your surroundings influence your nervous system more than you realize. Clutter, noise, and constant digital input fragment attention. You may feel called to simplify not as an aesthetic trend, but as an energetic necessity. Rearranging your space, clearing unused items, or creating quiet zones can dramatically stabilize your field. These actions signal to your system that safety and presence are available now. Environment becomes an ally rather than a stressor. Type I create supportive space to ground this teaching. This part of the transmission addresses trust in the unknown. Many starseeds are standing at thresholds without clear next steps. The mind demands certainty, but the soul asks for availability. The Council reminds you that not knowing is not emptiness, it is potential. When answers are withheld, it is often because the question must be lived, not solved. Stay attentive. Small synchronicities, chance encounters, or sudden insights will guide you incrementally. You are not meant to leap blindly, but to walk attentively. Type I trust the unknown to remain open without anxiety. Now the Council speaks about power, correcting a long-held distortion. Power is not domination, control, or intensity. True power is steadiness. It is the ability to remain present under emotional charge, to respond instead of react. As you cultivate nervous system regulation, your influence increases naturally. Others may feel calmer around you without knowing why. This is not something to strive for, it emerges from integration. Notice moments when you stay grounded during stress. These are indicators of embodied power. Type I embody steadiness to stabilize this frequency. The transmission now highlights community. While your path is deeply personal, it is not meant to be isolated. Resonant connections will appear as you align, often unexpectedly. These connections may feel familiar without shared history. The Council advises discernment here as well. True resonance feels spacious, not consuming. Community supports reflection, not dependency. Allow connections to evolve organically. You do not need to force belonging. When alignment is present, connection follows. Type I allow true connection to welcome supportive resonance. This segment closes with integration and reassurance. You are navigating profound internal change with courage, even when it feels messy or unclear. Progress is not measured by external milestones, but by increased honesty, presence, and self-respect. The Arcturian Council affirms that your field is stabilizing, your awareness refining, and your path clarifying in subtle but meaningful ways. Continue listening. Continue choosing alignment over habit. What unfolds next will meet you where you are ready, not where you fear. Type I am integrating to complete this phase of the transmission. The Arcturian Council now brings focus to responsibility, but not in the way you were conditioned to understand it. Responsibility is not burden. It is responsibility, the capacity to respond from awareness rather than conditioning. As your perception sharpens, you may notice that excuses feel hollow and blame feels heavy. This is not self-judgment arising. It is empowerment. You are recognizing where your agency truly lies. Not everything is within your control, but your response always is. This realization can feel sobering at first because it removes the comfort of victimhood. Yet it also returns your power fully into your hands. When you stop waiting for circumstances to change, energy mobilizes internally. Type I claim my agency to embody this shift. Attention now turns to patience because acceleration and patience must coexist. The Council explains that while timelines are moving faster, integration still follows organic rhythms. Forcing growth creates fragmentation. You may feel eager to arrive, to finally feel settled or complete. Gently release that expectation. Awakening is not a destination. It is an ongoing relationship with awareness. Impatience often masks fear that this state will not last. Trust that what is genuine stabilizes over time. Allow your system to acclimate. Consistency matters more than intensity. Type I allow patience to support sustainable growth. The Arcturian Council now addresses creativity because creativity is not optional for starseeds, it is essential. Suppressed creativity turns inward and manifests as restlessness or dissatisfaction. Creativity does not have to look artistic. It is simply life force expressing itself. How you solve problems, arrange your day, or speak truth are all creative acts. The Council encourages you to create without audience or outcome. Let expression be process, not performance. When creativity flows freely, your energy field remains dynamic and resilient. Type I allow creative flow to reopen this channel. Now comes a message about fear, delivered without drama. Fear is not an enemy, it is information. When fear arises, it indicates a threshold, not a threat. The Council advises curiosity rather than suppression. Ask what the fear is protecting, what memory it echoes. Often fear is outdated, guarding against dangers that no longer exist. When met with presence, fear softens and releases its charge. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to remain present with it. Type I meet fear with awareness to transform its role. The Council now speaks about humility, a misunderstood virtue. Humility is not self-diminishment. It is accurate self-perception. You are both vast and human. Forgetting either side creates imbalance. When you honor your limitations without shame and your gifts without inflation, your field stabilizes. You do not need to convince anyone of your insight or hide it to appear modest. Truth stands on its own. Let your actions reflect your understanding quietly. Type I stand in balanced truth to integrate humility. Attention shifts to endings. As this cycle closes, certain chapters will conclude definitively. Endings may arrive without explanation or closure. The Council reminds you that not all endings require understanding to be complete. Some simply require acceptance. Resisting endings prolongs discomfort. Allow space for what is leaving to go fully. In that space, new configurations will form naturally. Endings clear energetic bandwidth. Type I allow completion to release with grace. The Arcturian Council now highlights the role of silence. Silence is not emptiness, it is intelligence at rest. Many insights you seek will not arrive through effort or analysis, but through stillness. Create moments without input, let the mind settle. In silence, subtle guidance becomes audible. You are not missing anything by pausing. You are allowing something deeper to emerge. Type I honor silence to deepen receptivity. This message now turns toward trust in self-expression. You may feel called to share perspectives that differ from dominant narratives. This can feel risky. The Council affirms that authenticity carries its own protection. Speak from lived experience, not superiority. When expression arises from integrity, it resonates with those who need it and passes unnoticed by those who do not. You are not responsible for how others receive truth, only for how honestly you express it. Type I express authentically to clear this channel. The Council offers a final reminder about compassion for self most of all. You will have days of clarity and days of confusion. Neither defines you. Self-criticism slows integration more than any external obstacle. Treat yourself as you would a being undergoing profound transformation with patience, respect, and care. When compassion is present, learning accelerates naturally. Type I choose self-compassion to stabilize your field. This transmission concludes, but your process continues. The Arcturian Council affirms that you have received what you are ready to hold now. More will unfold through lived experience rather than words. Stay present. Stay honest. Stay kind to yourself. You are not alone, and you are not adrift. You are participating in a precise unfolding that honors both your humanity and your origin. Integration is already underway. Type I receive and integrate to seal this message.